Hello, welcome to Chess with Simon. I'm Simon. I think I might start doing these a bit less frequently to give a bit of time to my maths videos, and also because I think I need to learn a bit more chess really before I don't know. I mean, I'm defending this pawn. I could play f3, but I think f3 is a bit committal, and I worry about the weakness on the dark squares, so I'm just defending it with the rook. I don't think we need to be on that file, although that pawn on d6 is weak, so I'm defending this way. Defend the pawn. This, which I was convinced I was winning for so long, I now think I may be losing. Oh dear, oh dear. That's upsetting. So, I think my idea is to march the king in and then use the rook to defend the back rank, but it's pretty dicey. This, maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. Look, it just doesn't quite work. Wow, this guy really got it right. Gosh. Is there an improvement? Is there an improvement? Maybe you go the other way. Here? Then what if this? Here? Here? Maybe this. Gosh, it's so hard, isn't it? So we were here, which is the position. I want to march the king in and leave the rook defending at the back, but the problem is in practice this variation looks a bit scary. So now the threat is this, so you have to block this way. And now you can't move the pawn there. Well, you can actually. You can move the pawn there. Because I can't take it. And now beat the queen and I'm threatening to take it, but now they go like that. Now, can we wait for Zugzwang, I wonder? I don't think we can. Because I think, like, just these pawns, I don't think we can wait for Zugzwang. Wow. It's looking tricky, party people. It's looking tricola. Okay, well, this. We've stopped it for the minute. This. I mean, maybe you could take here, actually. But, I mean, we got nothing left. Oh, no, you can take that. Okay, so what was my first move there? Queen here. I don't know what I'm doing, do I? My first move then, I think, was queen here. Then after this, I put the rook in front of it. Yeah, maybe. Alright, we try. That's all we can do. We try. This one, I want to get my, I think with White's last move, it gave me the e5 square as well. Nice square for the knight. I want to get my knight to e5. Or actually what I want to do, get my king to e5. Maybe I just go straight. Maybe I start moving my king straight to e5. I go there, king goes, yeah, I go there. Maybe I just start moving my king straight to e5. Yeah. But then I suppose the worry is that the the white king comes. I guess you can do this. I guess you can do that. Yeah. And then there, and then I guess there, and then there. It's okay, isn't it? The knight's sort of dancing on the dark squares. Would they play that? Would Keith play that? Check. Maybe this. Maybe this. That's quite nice. I don't know. This. I don't think there's time though. This. I mean, you've always got this. Okay, so what was the idea here? Just move the king up. Get the king going. Get the king to one of these nice dark squares and assume the knight can find one too, and we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Liam. Should we attack the queen with the knight? Yeah, we'll attack the queen with the knight for now. Black can play an exchange sack, but I don't think black will. Gary has had the... It's really kind of you to play this line, because actually I've been trying to learn about it. They all play this these days, but then this, right? I don't believe black's better here. I play... What about the rook move here? Isn't the rook move good? He says, not really knowing. Isn't the rook move good? I don't know. This. Threatening the check, threatening the knight. Well, it's not really threatening the knight, but it's... I don't know. Nice central knights. So for now, we block the... it's a fork, isn't it? So you've got to block the check with the bishop. But I think white's better. If you put it into an engine, my understanding is that white's better. Here, I think we castle. So natural, isn't it, to castle? Could be a Grunfeld. What I'm going to play here is queen here. To get that queen out of my grill. And then after takes, rook takes, we defend the pawn. And if the queen comes up here... If the queen comes up here, I think we can play... if the queen comes up here, I think we can play like here or something. Yeah, no, and it's still defended. Put the rook here. Yeah, I think the pawns around the king are a bit loose here. So I think that's okay. We've just got to get that queen out of our grill because it's right up in our grill. Okay, this is of course just a catastrophe. And Stuart knows what he's doing, and I made a mistake, and then now this has happened. So here's what doesn't work. This, because then this, the pawn is pinned. Threatening bishop here, mate. So, then we run, then the bishop sacrifices itself, and then it's checkmate, and everything's ever so sad. So we don't want that to happen. And of course, if we just sort of do this, there was a game I played, a King's Indian game, where I made a move like that. Oh, I suppose, is that what you do? Check? No, you can't do the check there. If I go here, actually... No, you can't. Can I really get away with... So, here, king here, queen there. Can I really get away with just... Yeah, of course the pawn's pinned. Can I just get away with a waiting move? I don't know. Do we believe it? Just like what? It's just a complete waiting move. Check here. King there. Well, now you take. But I don't believe it. So check. Check. Yeah, I don't like the look of this. Anyway, my chosen move is as follows. Bishop f8. So if bishop takes, we take. We don't die immediately, although I don't think we live long. If bishop takes there, we take the bishop. We've won a piece. And I don't think white can win a piece back. I think. Well, let's have a look. Here, Maxime Legrave actually won, didn't he, against Magnus in the AI Cup? Magnus, as if I know him. Check. You know, this. This. Oops. Oops. Oops, I've done it again. This. 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 Okay, there's some kind of survival going on. I mean, I think all these moves are hard. Why? So why am I not playing? What do I believe will happen here? See, I don't have a move here. That's my problem. What if I play? Just got a bad feeling. I suppose you could play this. Check. Everything's hanging, actually. Can we really, truly, with black to move, what would we play? Rook h8. f5. No, f5 does not work. Yeah, f5 does work. f5 does work. No, f5 does not work. That's a pity. It's close. Play f5. They take on passant. You can't take the queen. Pity. What do people like? I mean, it's like, what do you hate? What do you hate less? Because of course black's just in really busted. Do I have to move tonight? 2 days. All right, we'll think about it. Because I'm not going to do it because live chess keeps bringing the same game back all the time. Okay, I believe in this. Glad we talked about it. This one, I believe in backing the bishop up. This one, I believe in playing the white side of the King's Indian, avoiding the green file against Gareth Stevens. This one, this is Nick. I believe in retreating the knight and defending that forward pawn and also covering the king. And I've got a next move as well. This one, I'm going to interpose the rook so we don't get checkmated. I actually think we might be better here. Famous last words. No, I do. I think we might be better. Bishop takes. Well, you can't do that, actually. Rook. Oh, Ian. Crafty Ian. Here. Rook takes. Takes. Bishop takes. Say knight takes. Check. Okay, but we're not in a world of trouble here. What's the pawn count? Well, we're a pawn down. Check. Here. Check. Here. Check. Here. No. Check. Okay, so we won't do exactly this, but, you know, even this we'd have a chance of drawing, which, frankly, I'd accept against Ian. Well, okay, the alternative is this move, but I do not like this move because of bishop takes check. No. We won't be doing, and we won't be doing that, or we won't be doing, like, g6, will we? No. I think what we'll be doing is this. I mean, the other thing is, after bishop takes check, we can just do that and just say, we're attacking your b2 pawn. And also, by the way, you're sort of hanging, you know, this sort of rook here might win the bishop. Yeah, that's double attack. That's what we do. This is a good move because you're threatening the pin and you've also attacking this pawn, which is pretty bad. All right, so you know, there's hope. There's always hope. That's the nice thing about chess. There's always hope. Bishop takes now. Check. I'm not saying though that that's the end of the line. I mean, okay, the point is, check, there, check, there. I'm alright with this. I've no idea what's going on, but I'm sure it's fine. sure it's fine. Check, pick up the rook. Well, and also there's a... I'll be okay with that, I think. Okay, let's put a rook in the way. A sideways moving expert, or an up and down moving expert in this case. Okay. Yeah. This, we've moved in this one already. Is this everything already? Does it go that quickly? Does it? No. It's all the games. Horde coach, agony. Ian Bush. It's his move. Not Maxime. It's Hill's going to win soon. This one, we're waiting. We're waiting for some people. Gareth Stevens, we're waiting. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Should we do one puzzle before we go to... Let's do a puzzle, come on. Okay. What would you do for a puzzle? What would you do here, everybody? It's our move. Let's sacrifice the rook. Sack the rook. Takes. And then what? Strangely hard. Sacrifice bishop. Takes. Queen check. King to the back. So what? So let's not do that. What about if you sacrifice the bishop first? Sacrifice the bishop. You know, what's characteristic here is the queen is covering the long diagonal. The diagonal into the king. I'm attracted by sacrificing the rook and I can't explain why. Maybe we can lift the other rook. The problem is we get mated at the back, don't we? So check, king takes, check, king takes. We need an immediate check. I suppose it's a queen check. Okay, let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. That is not the move. The bishop sack was the one. Why? Why is my move not... Well, why is this move good? Take. Queen f3. Rook g1. Queen f2 check. King h1. Queen f3 check. It's quite complicated, isn't it? They're quite hard, these largest ones. I think they're harder than the chess.com ones. Okay, talking of chess.com, as we were. Here we're going to do nothing and try to... Well, actually, do you know what we're going to do? If we're lucky, if we get black to take here, this will be a backward pawn and we might win. So, should we do this? Yeah, let's do this. Just sort of pushing towards that side. Okay, I like this position. I think we're a bit better. I don't think f5 is any good because we can do the fork here. Should we just stick the rook on an open file? It's quite confident to stick the rook on an open file. We could maybe better putting the queen here. Maybe. Okay, we're going to stick the rook on the open file. We're going to just get active. Just put the Ferrari on the open road. This, we're going to take this knight. And then when the pawn takes, we're going to take with the bishop. And I think we're going to claim we're something up. We're probably a pawn up. Yeah, this is the fallout from one of these games where they played bishop d3 and you play b5 against the king's Indian. d5 here, no? I think What I've realised is the opening book doesn't work when you have a custom position. Why can't we just play d5? What's the problem with a6? So if you play d5, are you worried about them going like this? Why? I don't think I'm particularly worried about that, am I? I'm not particularly worried about that. I'm going to play d5. It's a sort of natural move in these positions, isn't it? I suppose you could play d6. Look at this. I think in the one example game they play that to stop c5. Crazy, isn't it? And then f6 and then e6. Whoa. Never seen anything like it, actually. It might be funny. c3. Lump the bishop. Prepare d4. We're all good. We're all solid. Knight c6. If the knight takes it, improves my pawn structure. Develops the knight. All sensible. So this is not a standard move. So you could play a3 and b4, or we could play castles. Do we know we're going on the king's side? We probably do, don't we? And then we play a3, b4, c5 and try to break through on the queen's side. Be alright. That's a sensible move. I believe I'm going to castle here. I don't know if there are any example games, but I mean, I'd castle. Get myself out the pin. I bet there's one example game. Oh, look at that. That was literally a guess. I think I've looked at it before, but that was a guess. Castle. Well, it's natural that you'd castle. h3. Bishop h5. Alright. Yeah, I think castling is a good move. It's just natural, isn't it? You're never going to go long there, and so it gets you out of the pin. It's really quite useful. Do we take on d4 or do we play knight c6? What would you do? Take on d4 or play knight c6? Those are the two moves. Well, because we've got b6 in, it's not that big a deal. It's not that necessary to take on d4. Because we've already got b6 in. Knight takes in knight c6. Maybe it's all the same anyway. Well, if it's all the same. Well, but I'm worried if they take here. If you play knight c6, can't they take on c5 and then d5? Isn't that a bit unpleasant? Knight c6. They don't do it though. I'm worried about this. Gives me hanging pawns, not an IQP. We're okay, aren't we? Actually, we're okay. Alright, I think knight c6 is a bit purer. I like to be pure. This isn't right. This knight's moved backwards and forwards, look. Look, the knight was there, challenged. There, it's come back again. I don't think anyone... I mean, I don't think White's losing, but no one plays this because we take, bishop takes, then you play the knight here. You sort of unravel your position. The bishop doesn't have a square. You can't take on b7. Can't take on h7. I think that's the problem with that line. Here, I think you're meant to take. Now that they've castled, you take here, because beforehand it could open the H line, which would be really dangerous. But now they've castled, it's no longer dangerous. So we're really solid here. And we're reminding ourselves that the London system is really not a valid opening. Check. Check. You can't put the queen in the way, because I'll take it for nothing. And then if you take the bishop on b5, I'll take on f8 check. Or double check or something. Have we had this before? No, maybe we haven't. I think you meant to play knight a3 here. It's kind of Wesley So is always playing that move. I've got this Chessable course, and he's always playing that move. Oh, it's a slow Italian. Not playing d4. This is the reverse Pertz. I want to play e3 here, but apparently it's frowned on, so we're going to play c4 and play a sort of angle for a reverse dragon, which would be quite good for white, actually. This is Josh. Okay, Josh, I was going to go takes, but instead of that, I'm going to castle and dream something up. No, maybe I'm not. Maybe we'll go queen a5. Come on. We'll go queen a5. Attacking this, attacking this. We can castle some other time. Stopping... Well, the knight was already stopping b4. Pinning the knight. What more could you want from a move? Well, getting the king safe might be a start, but anyway. This... Oh, takes. Takes. And I think at some stage we're hoping for a Zugzwang from white, or maybe a couple of Zugzwangs, because white does have the reserve tempo in the c pawn. Okay, I want to play e4, the Gala Gambit, just because. I don't quite know how it works. I think Matthew Sadler used to say, white sacrifices a pawn and plays for tricks, but you got a lot of tricks with that big centre. Should we give it a go? The Gala Gambit. Gambit a whole pawn? No, we probably won't. We'll just play the good old-fashioned Slav. Although I feel bad now I've got you excited about it. Do you want me to play it? I'm feeling like you do want me to play it. I'm feeling that through the chat. Although in this case the chat is... the chat can't be real because this is not yet on YouTube. It must be in my own twisted mind. There. Attack the knight. I know it's not very interesting to hear me say there, but we attack the knight. That's the point. Maybe we'll put a rook on that file. It's against Richard. Oh, I had a move here. I had a really good move. What I want to do actually is take, pin the knight, take the knight off, and then drop the knight onto this square. So let's start by taking. Yeah, we'll start by taking. We're okay. I think we're better because I think black's a bit loose. But I don't think we're winning, but I think we're better. Okay, this is some tournament I seem to have got through. How should we play in these games? Should we play like really classically? There's a whole bunch of them. I'm going to let me think about it. Okay, this one you've got to take the knight, then you take on g7. Aaron. Okay. These games, it's called Hi Guys too apparently. Is this? Oh, it's a new tournament. Hi guys. So, I can't work out what to do yet. I have to come back to that. Is that it? We're going to do one puzzle, and then also I want to have a look at Justin's game that he played against me because he wrote me some stuff. I tell you what, I'll do it as a separate thing. I'll do the Justin's game thing as a separate thing. Well, the check springs out, doesn't it? Check the checks. If the king went there, you could check again, and you could take there. Would that be any good? It's not great. What about this check? What use is that? King there. Rook takes, king takes, rook checks. So what? So nothing. I guess. Well, it's got a pretty big attack, eh? I want to do this. No idea why. No idea why. It's just instinct. It's very odd. Very odd. Just felt right. Okay. So now what? Now, do we play a move like G5 and then we're hoping to do a mating sequence? No. Sounded convincing though, didn't it? So I thought we were going to do a move like G5. Oh, I see. So if you take the knight, it's just mate. I'll never be world champion at this rate. That's great. Check, and then what? King E4 and then rook E2 is mate. Wow. Very good. Gotta work harder, right? Should we have one more go at working harder? Come on, let's have one more go at working harder. Gotta work harder. Okay, how about taking the knight and then playing Queen H4, and then no one can stop you winning the piece. There we are. We worked harder, and our dreams came true. Should we do one more and show that we can do it by working harder? Come on then, work, 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 work. Check at the back is a horror show for. Come on, but we're in check. Yikes! So take it. But our rook's also hanging. Wow, everything's hanging. So do we have to look at King F1 and see if that works? King F1, Queen C4 check, takes the queen, takes the pawn, takes the rook, and then takes the rook, and we win. King F1, what's hanging? The rook's hanging, but our rook's not hanging, because you can't take it. So I think this is the move. Oh! That was pleasurable. That was pleasurable. So now, we've either got rook takes or queen takes, king takes or queen takes. What's the difference? The difference is, if you do queen takes, you haven't got the check at the back. So if we do king takes, the rook will take, and then we pick up the rook, but then their rook pins our queen against our king. Whereas if we do queen takes, I think that's the difference. I think you've got to do it this way. Oh, I love it when good things happen. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you soon. In fact, I'm going to do fewer of these. I'm still going to do them. I'm just going to do some maths videos. Alright, look after yourselves. I'm going to also learn some chess. I need to learn a bit more chess. Bye.